We may build new instruments someday which will evoke, bring into our consciousness
other orders of vibration altogether that as yet we don't know about.
Oh, this is cool. Where am I? I don't know, we're in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Hey, how you doing?
We're live.
We're live.
Live. Alright, what do we have here?
Oh yeah, we got a couple of beers. Today we're drinking Asahi. Cheers.
You got your own cleaner here?
Oh yeah, that's nice.
You know, most people think drinking beer is like reserved for the twilight hours, the nightly hours, the dark times.
Yeah, dark
and
times.
The good times.
Not the bright.
But we're drinking beer, I think, what is it? It's 10:30?
10:30, we're having a Euro brunch.
AM.
I think it's like our very first episode of News from the Jungle.
News from the jungle, where the Yeti roams.
Let's go over to some reputable mountain bike website and check out what's trending. So BTR Pinner, what do you guys think?
This is it.
This is it. It's a sick bike. That's a sick machine.
That's wild.
I like it. So that is a steel-framed enduro bike, full suspension, obviously.
You're right.
Short travel though. Short travel. Yeah, chrome alloy.
What's it like? 4.5 inches.
Yeah, I don't know, 4.5, 5 maybe.
Mils here, we're 130.
130, 140. But the criticism on this bike is the weight for the amount of travel it has. So that's a heavy beast for a short travel full suspension bike.
What is it? Did you say?
Oh wait, it's on the screen. So yeah, 16 kilograms fully built. That's not that heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's about the same as my bike.
Yeah, I mean, it'd feel like a bomber.
Yeah, it truly is a boutique bike. BTR is a very small company based in the UK, and I mean,
well, hats off to them, man. Like, just to say, we're going to weld up some tubes.
Yeah, man.
And it's a bike.
Personally, those are my aesthetics right there. I love those aesthetics.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's very industrial.
It's got the lines.
But in terms of our own experiences on a steel frame full suspension bike, like, Mark, can you just hand me that weapon down there on the floor?
Yeah, what do we got here?
Thank you.
It's a Fire Eye. I mean, that's like 16 kilos right there.
Yeah, that's a Fire Eye. Built up, it's like 18 kilos. That's a 120, I think 120, 130 mil travel. So chrome alloy front triangle and alloy rear triangle. It's an eccentric. It pivots around the bottom bracket, and it pedals really bad.
So that's chrome alloy.
Yeah, so it's chrome alloy front end.
I wonder it's weighs a ton.
Speaking of gussets, there's really nice gussets there. From riding this, I can tell you I really like the feel of the chrome alloy front triangle. Like, it did feel a lot smoother. It's the small vibrations, I think.
Yeah, true. Yeah. That's the advantage.
It did feel very, yeah. And but the thing I didn't like about this was the geometry. It's a little bit old school.
You gotta get the geo right.
Yeah, the top tube's quite short, so that front center was short. Whereas looking at that BTR Pinner, dude, the geometry is going to be dialed on that. So I don't know. It's a lot of money for the bike, especially considering it's a steel bike and it's quite heavy. But if you like a unique ride characteristic, I think the BTR Pinner is a bike that's worth checking out. So thumbs up from me. What do you reckon?
I think the Pinner is a winner.
The Pinner is a winner.
And what's the deal?
Check this out, bro. It's
side by side there.
It's the world's first dedicated 34.9 millimeter long travel dropper. Like, on the surface, like, who cares? Like, who gives a rat's ass?
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then, I mean, I guess if you bring it to light, it makes sense. Because, like, you know, recently, like, you went away from the dropper, you got the shits with it, and just pull that thing out, put in a standard seat post.
Yeah.
Like, why did you do that? What happened there?
So, yeah, you're right. I mean, recently I did give up on the dropper. My honeymoon period ended. Like, at first you fall in love with the thing. Like, it's awesome. Right?
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah. You know, I fell in love with it.
Yeah, like, I got offered one.
Yeah.
And it's like, here, do you want this dropper? And I'm like, what the hell's a dropper?
So the first
Like,
thing
okay.
the first thing that happens when you get a dropper is
So I don't have much experience.
you toggle it like it's a shifter. I mean, you literally you're trigger happy on the dropper, so you drop them up and down every ride, and then after a while you figure, oh well, you know, that's a bit excessive, and then you know it fails. So maybe you pay to get it serviced, or you figure out how to fix it yourself.
Yeah.
And then it fails again. That's 2 strikes, and then it fails again, and it will. That's 3 strikes. You're out in my books, so it was out. So I went back to the old rigid posts, and I tell you what, the benefits of going back to a rigid post are huge. You save weight. You get rid of another cable on your bike. You get rid of clutter on your handlebar.
Yep.
And you're forced to choose a post height for the terrain coming up, and you set it at that, and you just rock that.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like you said, like clutter. Like I look at people running like the Garmin computer.
Yeah.
Like no worries, like if you find it gives you benefit, and you got Strava and whatever.
Yeah.
But I just can't have all that stuff on my handlebars. I mean, go back to when you first got your bike. What did you do to that bell on your handlebars? Did you leave it on there? You know, of course not. You tore that thing off. You have a bike, and you want to keep it for like a few years, so it just molds to you. You know, becomes a part of you.
That's a good point. I mean, find a bike you love and stick to it for more than a season, more than 2 seasons. Go for 3, and let it evolve. Try different things. Try a dropper, and then after you've tried the dropper, take the dropper out.
Yeah,
and,
like you know, shorten the stem, rise the bars, drop the bars.
Shorter stem's a big one.
Seats, you know, work out the different widths of seat that suits your bum.
I encourage everyone to just take the dropper off, even if just temporarily, and
give it a shot.
Put a rigid on, and then stand back and look at the aesthetics of the bike without a dropper, and tell me which looks better. The dropper's ugly, man. Just lose it. We like clean lines.
Yeah, but I mean, like when
one more mechanism.
You know, when they came out, you know, a lot of people didn't have droppers. So it's like the technology. Wow, you've got a dropper, man. It's like, yeah, you've upgraded. Like, dude, is that awesome? You know, it's a talking point. Yeah.
Whether it elevates your riding or not, it gets you stoked to ride more. So that's the actual value of chasing what's new. But at the end of the day, you got to weigh up the pros and cons and decide whether you need every bit of technology available. Because, you know, honestly, we don't. We really don't. It's good to simplify. Yeah. So apparently there's a new stop on the World Cup downhill circuit. It's big news. Yeah. As you'll see up on the screen behind us, it's like a tourist village in Croatia. I think it's an island, and it's not really known for its mountain biking yet, but obviously from this year on it will be. And I think there's a lot of parallels between Lozenge in Croatia and Cairns, you know, where we are right now. I read some of the comments on Pinkbike, and some of the criticisms aimed at the UCI in particular are very similar to the criticisms that were fired at the Cairns World Cup downhill track, in that it's not really a downhill track.
Yeah, it's like a massive BMX track.
Massive BMX. Well, for us, it feels like a massive BMX track, but that's because we're used to just riding just wild,
closed, you know,
super tight
single track. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at names like Wallabla.
Yep.
Coranda.
Dude.
White Rock.
We rode Clifton's. Probably Clifton's is playing in the background right now, and you know, it does look tight on video, but for us, that's normal.
Normal as it comes. I mean, you know, growing up in Cairns, this is what you got.
Yeah.
And you know, there was just a normal occurrence. You'd go out bush bashing, we would call it. And if you're going out bush bashing that day, you know you're not going to be back until dark.
That's it. You might not come back.
It's going to be wild times. You're going to be out there in the bush, and most times, like, you wouldn't even take water. It would just be you running on adrenaline. I'm going. If I don't go, my life's going to be boring and useless.
That's it. That happens. Yeah. Yep. If you're out there longer than you should be based on your supplies, you're running on something and it ain't water.
Yeah, you're a wild man. You literally are a wild man.
Anyway, back to lozenge.
Lozenge.
Croatia, I think it's cool.
So it's not a cough drop.
No, it's a lozenge. Hey, maybe it's a breath of fresh air into the World Cup downhill scene.
Yeah, obviously, because downhill is like, I don't know, it's getting less popular.
I don't know. What do you people think? Is downhill as a sport, is it on the fizzle or is it still on the sizzle?
Yeah. Let us know in comments
If anyone's watching.
down below.
Old bits, new tricks.
Yeah.
Old bits, new tricks. Today's part.
This thing.
This thing. What is this?
I don't
What the hell
know.
is it? What does it do? I think it's like an old hearing aid. Look, it fits
put it-
just there. It's like this.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, there you go. Like,
Oh, I can
like
hear you now.
The first Bluetooth headset
That's it.
for your mobile phone.
So
I mean, yeah, how many people wear those things? Like,
Yeah.
none.
No, that's right. So
See an idiot wearing one of those and you think, yeah, he's a high flyer. He's flying somewhere.
So this
flying
is
solo.
this is a Suntour VX. I wish I could tell you from which era, but
Suntour.
it's cool. I like it. It's got some retro vibe about it. We'll get a close up of this somewhere, somehow.
Even the finish is retro.
Yeah, feel that.
Still got 1920s dust on it.
So old bits, new tricks. So Mark, the question is, can you think of a new use for an old derailleur that you no longer necessarily want to hang off your
Melt it and be done with it.
Is that the best use for an old derailleur? Melt it down?
Put silver in that, it's probably worth more than the derailleur.
True. No, but like, I mean,
Okay.
the mechanism still works. Look at that. Like, it does this, and it does, and the jockey wheels go around.
Probably doesn't work on your bike though.
No, well, I don't work on a bike,
But yeah, like this thing here, I mean, they would have been running that in the Tour de France.
yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Look how that metal's twisted around there. It's like
it's all
fully
twisted.
shaped.
It's fully twisted.
Very nice. Anyway, so
Dudes spend their time building that.
quick, 5 seconds. Give me an idea.
It's the first GT.
What do we do?
GT before GT became
Yeah,
a bike brand.
What do we do with old derailleurs? What can we do?
Yeah, what can we put it down in the comments? Because I've sure got no idea.
You got no idea.
Yeah.
So I was thinking maybe.
Like a mobile, hang it above
Well,
your newborn baby, and
it's-
have a mobile, and they can play with the old derailleurs.
Look, it's
you know,
it's hinged.
get grease on their young fingers, and they can experience what it's like to live in a mountain bike household.
I reckon it could be a hinge of some type. So that's closed position and that's open.
Yeah, with like a cable.
Yeah, so cable actuated hinge mechanism, and take the jockey wheel out and you've got an attachment point there. So
Yeah,
I don't know. If you have an old Volkswagen, maybe you could attach it to like the pillar, and then you could have like
like sunroof.
a sun shield.
Crank it up. You got 10-speed sunroof. Yeah, man. I got 10 settings for that thing.
And you can track this where the sun is. Technology is awesome. Dude.
Anyway.
We came a long way. Anyway, that was old bits. Oh, sorry. That was new tricks for old bits.
Yeah, Desco of the dinosaur.
Sweet. Oh yeah. Yes, so get a grip. WTB Ranger 2.8, 650B plus. Yeah, for that. It's not a paid commercial.
Either.
But WTB's trying hard, man. They're bringing out some new tyres, and they've got a really good range, and they're pretty reasonable. Like online prices, I think they're a good 15% on average cheaper than a Maxxis. But is it a case of you get what you pay for? Would you personally take a risk on something other than your trusted tyre?
Well, you know, what they say here is that it's, you know, ticks all the boxes. You know, long wearing, double case, no area unprotected. Much like what you would want, you know, with a night in the brothel, but and they've developed through real testing at the Enduro World Series. That's all well and good, but I think, you know, their tyre swap out would be maybe every race.
Oh, for a professional? Yeah, for sure.
Every practice.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, as for the average Joe,
It's got to be hard wearing, eh?
tire swap out until you have a blowout.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you just gotta have to give it a go.
That's it. Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
Anyway, WTB trying hard. They're bringing out a wide range of stuff. Check it out.
Check it out, the Ranger 2.8.
Ranger.
Whack it on there. Go do some skids.
Free Ranger.
How good it is. We're done.
That was it. Get a grip. What's happening? Locally, what's happening? How's the weather? It's freaking hot, man.
It's hot, yeah, man.
We're
Like,
melting.
it's like blue skies, so you know you want to be out there riding.
I think we're in the jungle, like literally. Like it's probably 100% humidity. I reckon it's going to rain any minute now in the shed.
Inside the shed.
Inside the shed. That's where the old Asahi comes in. Is that a snowflake on the label? I don't know.
Snowflake.
It's like a little bit of snow in a bottle. I like it. No, but anyway, Cairns, I think the trails are open. Smithy was closed for a little while there. The Smithfield Mountain Bike Park generally closes in a heavy rain event, and that's what happened last week. But I think they're all open. So yeah, if you're in Cairns, there ain't no excuses. Get out and shred.
Yeah, man. And if you're on a computer, forget about that shit. Go ride your bike.
That's it. Go ride your bike. Just avoid the hot parts of the the day. I think you'll probably get
Take some water, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good backcountry ride up at
In the rain.
Confallum Rock. We can talk about that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to ride that track?
There's no riding signs.
Oh.
Yeah. What do you guys reckon? This
Yeah.
is a good topic. This is a good topic. Like, so Mark and I, we like to ride backcountry trails, and sometimes they're hiking trails, and we meet hikers all the time, and we've never really had a complaint. Everyone's just stoked to see someone out there on the trails because, you know, it gets a bit lonely.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, look at
Yeah.
that seat post. Is that a dropper?
They're like, oh man, not rocking a dropper.
No way.
Hardcore.
Like, yeah, you guys are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, at least a dropper.
Yeah.
Like, don't you know?
Yeah.
And back, released 5 years ago. More.
That's it.
Anyway.
That's why good trail etiquette is imperative. If you're out there on a trail, whether it's sanctioned or unsanctioned, we're not saying anything either way. But as long as you have good trail etiquette, and that just fell down, but that's all good.
You're a ghost, man.
Ghosts. Yeah.
Trail ghosts. They'll
As long
follow
as,
you
as long
anywhere.
as you have good trail etiquette and you respect the people that you meet out there, whether they're on a horse, a unicorn, or on their feet, everyone just respects
Yeah,
each
whatever.
other.
Donkey. You know, there are donkey riders there. You know, just hauling grass
Yeah,
to their hut,
yeah, that's it. Hey,
backcountry.
imagine if we were riding along and we met the dude from Primitive Technology.
True.
That'd be cool.
That'd be crazy.
He lives up this way.
Yeah?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
to the
Get out to the shed.
Primitive Technology. Bears out. Must be the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm done.
But before we go,
Let's wrap it up.
he's done. It's getting warm. But before we leave the jungle, we got to give video of the week. We got to give the video of the week prize. And Mark, this week I'm choosing it. Next week you're choosing it. This
Okay.
week I'm choosing single track sampler.
Single track sampler.
Shout outs.
Yo!
What do you say? Live free, ride hard, and get stoked.
Right on.
Right on, Eric.
We'd add to that single track.
But anyway, Single Track Sampler's latest video, he's riding in Santos in Florida.
Oh, cool.
And dude, man, the
I
trail.
didn't think there were any mountains in Florida.
There's not, but you should see what they've done. It's awesome.
They built a mountain.
They've moved mountains. Have you seen the video?
No.
Okay, so if you guys haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, check it out.
I went on digital detox.
Mark's on a digital detox, so you'll have to tell him what it's like. But yeah, the link's below. So what I wanted to highlight about this was it really represents how a community, if they get behind their local trail network, it doesn't matter if they don't have a mountain, which they clearly don't. As long as there's people there that are stoked on riding, they can make magic happen. Dude,
Yeah.
wait till you see the trails.
Out of a hill.
They're really cool. There's
Oh,
a
was
lot-
it like, were the kids riding with him?
Yeah, a lot of kids riding there.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that spring up all over Cairns. Every suburb should have their own little mountain bike park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mountain bike parks are sort of the hub
Yeah.
of that little area.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you wanted to go for a ride somewhere when you finish work,
That's it.
You know, you don't have much time. Daylight hours are minimal.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if you're able to just get your bike out of the shed and then cruise down to the local spot, like, doesn't it remind you of like being young again?
Absolutely.
Like back in the day, you couldn't leave your neighborhood, so you pretty much just cruise down the park on your bike.
Exactly.
But I mean, your skill levels, you know, just increase. So when your skill gets better, you're searching for, you know, better trails, test your skills. So then you got to go to the bike park, or you got to go to the mountain, and then that's just sometimes a mission.
Isn't that just the ideal scenario, that through the week, if you had like a little local bike park, and it doesn't have to be epic, and it probably shouldn't be epic, it should be just a place where you can go and chill, meet people in your area who also ride through the week. And so, as Mark said, hone your skills. So that maybe some progressive kind of skills park stuff with skinnies and little manufactured drop-offs. And then come the weekend, that's when you go on a trail mission.
Yeah, go epic.
Yeah, go epic. That's just like the ideal scenario for a mountain bike.
Unless you live on a mountain.
Well, then you're lucky.
You go epic every day.
Yeah, but that's 99% of us who ride mountain bikes. That's not our reality.
Yeah.
Our reality is suburbs.
Your suburbs, and I guess if you live in an apartment, you're screwed.
Not really, but
well, I've been there. Like I'd get home and I'd be like fighting traffic to get out of the city.
Yeah, true.
To try and get to a bike park.
Yeah.
Or like a local spot.
Yeah.
Palmer's. Yeah. Shout out to Palmer's.
Yeah, Palmer's is that's the way forward. I've said it before, and say it again.
Yeah, Palmer's is like the catalyst for, you know, small mountain bike parks in Cairns.
And dude, that's where we met.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, I rocked up to Palmer's one day and got to the top where the water tank is, and there's this downhill bike just, you know, it's all alone, just sitting in the forest, kind of forlorn. It's like a dog that it's like owners just like left it under
like
a
a
tree.
dog's breakfast.
I'm like, and then I hear like this rustling in the bushes up on the hill somewhere.
I was like, what's this guy doing?
And I'm like,
planting weed.
And this is like albino hairless yeti.
Good Lord.
This dude.
Who'd be roaming these hills?
But I did. Your face was familiar. Like I knew that I'd seen you back in the day.
Yes.
So,
mud cows.
Yeah. He had a mud cow's face.
Mud cows will be in there.
So I was like, hey man. He's like, hey man.
Man, what are you
doing, man?
You can steal my bike. Fair enough. Be my guest.
And then we just rode back down the hill together, and from then we've just been kind of hanging out and doing stuff. Until now we're in the jungle. Doing podcasts and stuff.
Can I come back to your place and check
Straight
out
up?
your house?
Or your case my joint?
Or like down the road. No, you invited me back.
Yeah.
And I was like,
did I invite you back for a beer?
Yeah, we had a beer. Yeah,
right.
I think so.
Yeah, we're still drinking beer.
Time flies, and memories disappear.
Alright guys, the beers are empty, so it can only mean one thing. That's the end of the podcast.
Party's over.
That's it, party's over. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Get back out there. Get on your bike.
Get on your bike.
Stop watching TV. Yeah, but remember, come back to us.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great time.
Subscribe down there.
Check all the links. Yeah. All the links to all the information that we've talked about and what you've seen on screen. It's all down there.
Like it if it had any meaning in your life. If we brought any like little slither of joy.
Yeah, if you want to see us again next week, then like. So we'll be uploading every Friday, whether you like it or not.
And then dislike it. Dislike it if you like don't like it.
Dislikes as good as the like.
Fair enough. Critique's important.
That's it. Let us know what you want to see next week as well. And also, if you've got any good ideas for old derailers, share in the comments below. It'd be great.
Whack them in there.
Great.
And if you don't know if you like us or don't like us, that's okay.
It's okay.
Just put a like and a dislike.
Can you do that?
Out. I don't know. Yeah, sure.
We'll try it. Check it out. See if it works. All right, mate.
It should have a maybe button.
Kampai.
Yeah.
We're done. Let's get out of here. Peace.
Cheers.
See you.